Wait for OBS. There you go. How are we doing? Top of the hour to you. Happy Sunday. Hope you're having a good day. Have you improved the oil pumps to a large central bus station for packs? Have a what now? We've got a new... What do you mean improved it? What do you mean? Hang on, I need to change something. There we go. Now I can see the events. Mr. Dutch, thank you for 31. Smokey Assassin, 9 months. That's a Twitch baby. Good morning to you. Giacomo, 13. Right, what I have done is I have loaded in Saturday 9 save, so I've took a step back. So we've got rid of the... what do we have here? Cement plant and concrete plant and coal mine. So just taking a step backwards in order to go forward in a different way, because I figured that was doomed to failure. So yeah, we've gone back and things are steadily progressing. I've set some research here. So the advanced engineer... Oh, we've already done the engineering. Blimey. We're literally done... Wow, okay. Let's knock that back a bit. Well, we'll do advanced engineering now. So the cash is now accumulating a little bit. We're about to head into winter soon. So I haven't got a massive loan anymore. Let me put it that way. We have still got a small loan, but I think we can pay it back pretty much any time now, can't we? Click on that. We can pay back $16496. There you go. And we are now debt-free. Debt-free. Yeah? We're in the black again. I think we need to build another school, looking at the children who can't study, so we need to build another one of those. So what I might do... Now, you guys that play this more than I do might know the answer to this question. If I use my distribution center to bring in raw materials like electronics, steel, that kind of thing, and then use my construction office to build something, is that cheaper than buying it just with rubles? I think it is, but wanted to double check. So if that's the case, I will build some storage areas here, and we'll start making things by hand a bit more. The price of iron ore has risen. Great. It is. Right. In that case then, we'll slow it down, and we'll build stuff to bring stuff in, and we shall build a school by hand. Obviously, we'll have to bring asphalt in because we can't make that. We have our own gravel, so we can build some part of something. But let's... I want to get set up so that we can build things from components, let's put it that way. And then we can build a school, and we're going to need another residential block because these are filling up. And we'll kind of try and take it bit by bit rather than rush through it. Right, so storage areas. Open storage area. They can hold steel, wood, aluminium, bricks, and boards. Okay. So I'll have... I don't think we need a particularly big one, if I'm honest. Could probably get away with a small one, but they are quite big. What's a small one like? We already have a warehouse up there, which we could use, but it's kind of out of the way. I'm wondering if we just drop this pipe underground, and then we can use all of this area here. Yeah, the whole iron ore mine thing we've not put online yet. That's a longer term play, I think. I'm not the best YouTuber ever, Big Damn Evans. I mean, I appreciate your thoughts, sir, but I'm definitely not the best YouTuber ever. Even I admit to that one. Digital in City, thank you for 11 months. I'm happy to be one of your favourite YouTubers. I'm happy with that accolade, but I cannot say that I am the best YouTuber ever. By far, I am not. Right, heating. Let's just... how are we going to do this? Cancel heating pipe. Let's get rid of that though, and we'll drop it here maybe. We'll go underground. How do we do this? Like that, I assume. And then... Wait, is that small or a big? Uh-oh. Did I do a big one or a small one then? I think I did a big. I hope it did be. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks big, so I think it's fine. I don't know about that either, THU, but, you know. Best content on YouTube? I mean, like I say on Amici, I do what I do, and if you enjoy it, that's wonderful. I'm happy to make it, you're happy to consume it. It's a win-win. Soundscape, welcome, sir. Glad you found me on Twitch. What are we doing? Storage, that's what we're doing. General cargo, one of those. Let's lay it that way. So later we could, in theory, possibly, maybe, train things in and out. Unlikely. We've got the option. Let's build it like that. So set it back from the road a little bit. So that like that. World's okayest concrete crater. Right, warehouse, we're going to need one of those. We also need space for... What's this? A vehicle container. We don't need that. Meat storage, we don't need that. Grain storage, we don't need that. I guess we just need a warehouse to go with it then. Now, why is the road on this annoyingly at 90 degrees to the build? Oh, man, that's irritating. I really want to put it opposite the university, but it might have to go there. So there's nothing else serving that road, so it kind of fits. We'll put it there. Large packs for 8 buses, 1,000 people. What? No, if you press T something, all it does is it flicks the road to the other entrance, but it doesn't change the fact that the road still comes in at 90 degrees to the warehouse like that. It'll just put it there. But it won't like do that. What this game needs is multiple building configurations so that you can build something that works in the space you want it. You know what I mean? That's what it needs. This week, Evans, this week, mate. Right, let's get these built. Hopefully not too many rubles. We need some more rubles to buy vehicles. I could rotate the building to go that way, but I didn't want it that way because I want to keep more space. I want to come this way. And also the train tracks come in that way. So if I ever want to train things in, I kind of want to keep this aspect. It's bus station mods, didn't stream, okay. Right, we've got those built, we've got stuff. Now, in order to bring in things, we are going to need to buy vehicles. Actually, we need to add these. Okay, and then we need to buy some vehicles for it. Paul, may I say you shouldn't think of this game like Transport Fever, making a quick buck. I don't. There's no way I can make a quick buck. Yeah, I realise that. You've got to become self-sufficient, Royant. I agree with you. I thought if you press T and rotate the mouse wheels, the buildings of 180 T wouldn't be on the other side. Hang on. Hang on. Let me see what you're saying here. So you're saying, get that, press T, then rotate the mouse wheel, the buildings... Take it from the point of view that I want the train this way, and I want the road to go in there as well. I can't do it. No matter what I do, all it's doing is putting the road from one side to the other. But it doesn't alter the fact that I have to put it in that way, and then the train's not right, or I put it in that way and the road's not right. That's what I mean. if you understand what I'm trying to get at. It's hard to explain. Basically, I can't get the train and I can't get the train track and the road to go the same way in parallel. I can't do it. The track is always at 90 degrees to the road and the forklift. I mean, yeah, I could curl a road. I could do that, but it doesn't matter. It's fine though. Yeah, Royans, I agree. But to be honest, we are selling more clothing. A lot of it was to do with the amount of workers you get in here. If you get a good number of workers in here, then you do start to build up a reasonable amount of export. So we're knocking on the door 30 grand a month in rubles in clothing, which is more than in all the others. Gravel's really disappointing, but we'll be taking that offline soon anyway. And oil, my plan for today is to get the refinery up and sell bitumen and fuel. And then after that, we'll start looking to make our own concrete, because we can then make asphalt from the gravel and the bitumen. So that's the plan for today. I did explore making concrete here and coal and stuff, but we'll just import the coal. We're going to forget that coal mine. Eventually, I want to get the iron ore going and make our own steel, and that will really bring the money in. You get the closest city stores so they don't import. I set it up to do it, but I'm not convinced it's doing it. I'll show you. It's kind of hard to track what it does. Warehouse, open storage. Where is it? There you are, small shopping centre. So, maybe I don't have the vehicle for it. No, I must do. No, I must have the vehicles for it because I'm selling it to customs. What I don't know is will it favour this over this? Like, will it just go and sell clothing instead of taking it to my warehouse? Taking it to my shop? I don't know. So, in theory, Royans, it is set up to unload clothes at the shopping centre, but I do not know how I can look to make sure that that is what is happening. Evans, I don't know what you're saying, mate. Why don't you try out road meeting into meter on the YouTube channel? What does that mean? So I'm not convinced it's doing it, but it may be doing it. What happens if you stop importing clothes into the store? Oh, I don't know. Where do we set that up again? Purchase resources using rubles. So if I... turn that to off maybe? Maybe like that. So we say don't bring any in. Maybe bring a bit more food. These electronics aren't cheap, are they? Let's make sure everybody's got enough food. Right, so I'll turn off the purchase of clothing. So that means either the clothing is going to run out, or this distribution centre will start doing its thing. This is what I mean, road maintenance simulator, pray for your YouTube channel on your trip, it is on Steam. Right, I think what you're saying is, why don't you play road maintenance simulator on YouTube? I think that's what you're saying. I haven't got the game. I need to keep my eye on that. I think that went down then. Anyway, let's focus on the job in hand. So, we need to get some vehicles so we can move stuff around. Gonna need some open hull stuff, I think. capacity. Couple of them. Refrigeration. We're not bringing food in yet. What else do we need? Covered hull. Yeah, we're not moving meat around yet either, are we? We could do at some point. You watch the VODs in 2 times speed. Lol. Right, now we need to set this up so it actually brings things into the warehouse, don't we? Okay, so we need to sell it what to load at customs now. So we want to load steel, don't we? Do we need aluminium? Prefab panels we probably need. Boards we definitely need. I assume we need wooden bricks. Chemicals, not sure if we need them. Electronics we possibly need. Or maybe electronic components, actually. I'm trying to think what we actually need to bring in order to make things. We're not making our own chemicals yet. Don't need the raw materials. I'm not sure if we need aluminium or not. Crops, chemicals, alcohol. Food. I suppose it's better to store our own food and then ship it over there, isn't it? And then we can turn off auto buy on there and it'll just supply. Actually, if you do that for electronics and food, electronic components we need, mechanical I think we need, plastics I'm not sure about. Don't think we need anything else. Don't need aluminium for buildings. Cool. Turn that off then. The better idea is set border points at construction building as source instead of stockpiling it with the distribution centre. Would it be better to set border points on construction building as the source? Actually don't know. We do need to set this as the storage for that, that's for sure. I can tell it it's going to get all of its stuff from here. Concrete and asphalt it'll have to go and get as it needs it. But I think that's the best way of doing it, isn't it? You basically say to the construction yard, when you're making things, get your stuff from here, and then the distribution yard makes sure that doesn't get empty. I think that's the right way of doing it. We should probably limit the amount of stuff in here. Don't know. Andy lad, thank you for 2 months. Good morning. Yeah, I think the gravel trucks are not helping. For 6 grand, maybe it's not even worth doing them anymore. We'll stop selling the gravel. I don't want to create a bottleneck. Are they going to bring in stuff continuously to give it a certain tonnage? They keep it at a certain level that you specify here. So destination buildings less than 30%. So it says vehicles unload cargo to building when building storage is filled to a lower percentage than this. So basically, when there's less than 30% steel here, it'll start to move steel into it. Not sure if you can see, but see if you can add cargo loading dot next to the border point. What, here? You mean here? I don't think you can expand this, can you? Good morning, Chris. Are we going to make Lenin some proud some more? Hang on, Chris. Lenin has a response for you, mate. That's his response.
Morning, Paul and chat. Are we going to make Lenin proud some more? Capilal.
Waypoints to the buses, keeping export clear. Yes. Oh, yes. I remember. Yeah, I was going to do that, wasn't I? I was going to waypoint the buses around this bit of track. Yeah, we'll do that. Just notice how little money you have. That's because we're buying stuff now. We're buying goods from the border to stock this up. But it's still cheaper than constructing ourselves. But yeah, we're not in a great financial position. But we're not bankrupt. There you go. Looks like the clothing definitely got restocked. We could also turn off food and electronics as well, couldn't we? And let the distribution centre pump things over there, I imagine. Unload. Everything. So it will actually do everything. Electronics, food, but we'd need refrigeration trucks if we're going to do that. Uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. It's because they're now full, because we're not emptying gravel. Right, so if we say create that, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Got a feeling we might have to move some of the dumper trucks from here to here. Why do you have no rubles? We're spending it all importing stuff right now. And because we're importing stuff, we're not unable to export stuff. Oh my god, look at that load time on that fabric. What on earth? Do you know what? There's one thing that bugs me about this game is these customs checkpoints. They're rubbish. They're actually rubbish. Look how long that takes to load steel. It's just, it's throttled by the money. So ironically, we're trying to buy things, but we need money. What we need to do is just get a very quick loan to flush this out. Let's get a couple of $100,000. That will allow us to buy the goods. That would then allow us to sell stuff. That doesn't work, Costello. I think you need to... You have to click on the depot as well. You have to go over to the depot and click on it. I love the way the grass has gone brown as we go into autumn. Look at this. Completely changed. We're going to have to put the heating on shortly. There you go. So we're actually doing stuff now. At least we're making things which is a bit cheaper. I suspect they will need a concrete mixer truck. We only got a road crane, I don't think we do we? We need to build a school before we get too many uneducated people. It's just annoying that, isn't it? Just go in at 90 degrees. Why do you need to do this? Why do you need to do this? What's all that about? It's just ever so slightly triggering. We are legal, but I have to take a big loan to do that. That's the big play for today. I just don't understand the splines in this game. Construction has stopped. No workers on mechanisms. Why doesn't it have workers? We've given it a bus, and we've told it where to get workers from, which I believe is here. Should have been. Maybe it was wrong. Let's see. Asphalt plant is not assigned as source. Right, how do we get asphalt into this thing then? We don't have an asphalt, so how does it get it? Do we have to tell it to buy it or something? Because it doesn't, we can't make it. Aussie Train Man, thank you for 10 months. Giddy Raccoon, thanks for 57. You should get the branded tarmac. Maybe we can't. I don't know. Can we just not finish this off? So we can't import asphalt from the border, is that what we're saying? Asphalt. Can we say get it from customs? There's not a source for asphalt. Cool, so if you're not making asphalt, you can't make your own roads. That's what I'm learning here. 1 or 2 flatbed trucks in the con office and tell them to transport mechanisms by truck. I think we have flatbeds, don't we? We definitely have flatbed. Sure we do. Press fund from rooms, it buys everything and builds it, or lets you choose what you want to import. I think it's a flatbed can't move asphalt either, so not really sure what benefit that is. I kind of feel like we have no choice but to pay for this to be finished now. Not sure what you mean, Costello. I don't think we can import asphalt full stop, can we? We'll put the other vehicle on the back so they're faster at the construction site. Oh, I see. So that will move vehicles, is what you're saying. Doesn't look like it can, to be honest. Is it not a special kind of flatbed, though? Doesn't really look like it can move things. Can load vehicles on flatbed 13 tons. No, fair enough. Right, so now I've got that built. Let's get the old gravel worker line. Oh, they're going that way anyway. Interesting. I was going to waypoint that, but I don't need to now. Cool, that keeps that road clear. Missing concrete and asphalt. $15,000. How do I tell it? I only want to buy concrete and asphalt at this point, but I want everything else to be use our own stuff. Yeah, we're bringing our own gravel in and stuff. We're doing some of the work, but as soon as it gets to asphalt, it just stops. Right, hopefully that's helped. Sheets and classroom. The concrete and asphalt time-critical materials that can't be transported that far. They can't be imported or exported. Like, it's a weird thing. If you buy them with rubles, it instantly makes it, but what you can't do is bring it across the border. So the only way to do concrete and asphalt is to literally make it yourself. And it's an expensive business. Well, you know, we need the oil refinery first, we need the bitumen, but we can't do that yet. That's what we're working towards. We've got the oil. We've got lots of oil. So much oil, we're going to stop storing it shortly. Well, I suppose that one can fill up first and then... Yeah, okay, so once that one's full, that one will fill. So we're a way off stopping yet, although that won't fill. Yeah, Lenin doesn't like importing asphalt. He's always hated that. You got the oil storage mod yesterday. I got the... Hang on. It's under this. I did do, but I've not seen it yet. Hang on. I definitely subscribed to the big one. There it is. Large oil storage with loader. Yeah, that's the beast. The beast of oil storage. Well, that's quite expensive to put down if you look at it. 105 tons of steel. That's serious. Oh, I should have built a central bus station. I forgot I had that mod. It's way better than the standard bus station. It even has a one-way in, one-way out. Look at that. It's beautiful. Seriously, stop telling me about the same thing, game. Hang on. I think we need to turn the heating back on. Yeah, I think it's time for the heating to go on. that many. 20, 25. Come on, comrades. We must man the heating pumps. You can't replace the one you have, no. You'd have to destroy it and rebuild it, which is going to cost. Come on. Start the fire. There we go. Temperature's coming up slowly. Oh, citizens aren't too happy. I think they might be a bit cold. Well, all this building really is just full of Intel CPUs. That's all it is. Yeah, temperature's coming up now. Nice. Yeah, just mining bitcoins. Temperature in the building is too low. Really? I did make some pipe changes. The hot water's coming through. Are they in range? Temperature there's not exactly great, is it? Total capacity of connected buildings. That's getting close to 300. I think we may have a heating problem. Last chance to buy. I don't care. I think they're okay again. Yeah, I think we've got a problem brewing, though. I think that is at 91% capacity of connected buildings. And since that is 300 cubic meters, which is the limit on the pipe, it kind of means that that pipe here is running almost at its limit. How many output lines does that have? Okay, so we might have to put a second, in fact we will have to put a second pipe in. Because the moment we make the city any bigger, we won't be able to heat it properly. So I think we have to get through winter as we are. We can't add any more citizens yet. Actually, the way it used to work, Ryan, is really weird. If you lived near the heat exchanger, you would have really hot, like your rooms would be too hot. If you lived here, if you lived in that building, you'd be too hot because the hot water would get to you, and it was done like a chain. So if you lived downstream here, chances are it wouldn't get hot enough. So some citizens were too hot, some weren't hot enough, and in between, if you were lucky, just about right. But you had very little control over it. Brewhits, thank you for 67. Aussie Trainman, thank you for 10 months. And Giddy, thank you for 57. I'm not sure if I said thank you for the 57. That's what I say to you. So that has an effect on those buildings. That has an effect on those buildings. That has an effect on those. I think they're missing out here. Yeah, this building's not covered by a statue. I reckon this is where all our anti-communists are hanging out, over here. I think they could do with something back here. Red Star's massive. It's only 12 tons of concrete. We just need something nearby. It's a little reminder. Right outside your flat. There you go. And we'll build it with dollars. That's better. Feel the influence. Okay, we've got a good stock now of these things. Wait, why don't we have any boards or wood? Oh, I told it to store that. Boards and wood should be being picked up. That implies I don't have the right vehicle. That's what that implies. But since we can move steel, we definitely have the right vehicle. These here. No, not those. Maybe I don't have the right one then. We have the covered, we have the open hole. Yeah, we have two of them now. They can definitely move boards and wood. And it is set to move. It's set to pick up boards and wood, but it's not dropping it off here. Why not? Why do we not have any? Is it because the warehouse is full? It's not, because it's only on 31%. That's strange. That's very strange. Any ideas, guys? Why don't we have any boards and wood in this storage? You don't need wood for buildings, only boards, and only some buildings. Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm telling it to distribute stuff to here, so why is it not doing it? Regardless of what we need, I'm telling it to load it, boards, I'm telling it to load it from the customs house, and we're telling it to unload it in the open storage area. So since I've not ticked this, it's unloading everything. It should have it. Surely it should have it. Like the vehicle sat there. We don't have a log camp. Well, it says it's filled to 30% capacity. Held capacity 1,170 tons. We're storing 30% of that. That doesn't make sense. The last time I did this, I definitely had boards and wood sat here. Definitely. Nope, nothing is stuck at the border. I already checked. Something is not right. And I don't know what. It's filled to 30%. It's not though, is it? Well, it's filled to 30%, but not in an equal way. Maybe I need to do this. Maybe I need to say we don't want any of them. We don't restore any of that. So I want you to do that. Aha! Now they go. That's interesting. So what it did was it allocated 30%, but it decided what it was going to fill to 30%. It didn't do it evenly. Until you tick this box, and then you say, actually, I specifically want these. That's good to know. Which means we've probably got the same problem here as well. So we need food, clothes and electronics down here. If I remember, there was a refrigeration truck that you can buy. Wait, what truck does food go in then? Covered hull. Can you sell alcohol directly to the pub? Yes. Unload alcohol, there we go. It's homebrew, yeah. Right, so what we need to do is limit that. So we've got way too many mechanical components right now. It's just like, if you don't tick this, it's asymmetric how it decides to store things. It doesn't store 30% of each one. It just grabs whatever it can, and as soon as 30% hits, it doesn't pull anything else in, which is kind of bizarre. Like, we don't need plastics. Electronics we need. Components we need some of, but not many. And then alcohol. Chemicals, we're not going to store them here. Crops. Do we need crops or just food? Yeah, but Lars, that'll cost a lot of money to stock the warehouse. Do we need to store crops for anything? I don't think we do, not here anyway. We can get rid of that. So fabric, do we need fabric here? I don't think we even need fabric here, do we? Not at this place. Yeah, so we can do that, and then we can say... at the warehouse, keep it half full. I've got no money now. I knew that would happen. We start buying loads of materials again. Now we end up with a queue down at the customs. But the net result should be, we should start to build up alcohol and food here, and electronics, and then we can tell these things to stop buying. They can get it all from the local warehouse, which will be cheaper. Yeah, I think we'll make our own crops eventually, but not yet. Children who cannot study, 8 at university. Why not? You've got space for it. Maybe it's the loyalty thing. Maybe they're not loyal enough to study. Say it's 15%. Oh, yeah, it was. As soon as I dropped that, like 2 of them went, oh, we can get in now. I was only 15% loyal. I wasn't allowed in. I needed to be 20% loyal. How do you measure that? It's crazy. Oh, I'm going to have to get on a loan again. Amount owed 100 grand. Well, surely USSR, one of those S's, stood for squirrel. Surely it did. Was it the United... What did it stand for? The United Soviet State Republics or something like that. So it'd have to be the United Squirrel State Republics. Union of Soviets, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. There we go. So the Union of Soviet Squirrel Republics. Dear God. The Union of Scumbag Squirrel Republics. How about that? That works. Scumbag Squirrel fits in there nicely. Some say that's what the SS stood for as well, Scumbag Squirrel. You're not a scumbag, though. Yeah, I don't know why the buses are going that way. Literally, they were told to go a different way. The buses are like, the buses here are saying they're going this way. So I don't know which ones they are. I don't know why they're doing that. Look. The line says this, and they go in here. Makes no sense. Some of them are. Some of them are not. Fat Cowboy, thank you for 70 months. The buses might be the ones from the con office. I don't think they are, though. I think the green ones are the ones on this line, aren't they? Like that one here. There's a green one here, just randomly not on the line. How did we add a waypoint again? New store. It's on the road tool. Place waypoint, there we go. So, bus platform. Wait, what? What's that done? That's so weird the way that works. You think one of the intersections is under construction? Which one? So that bus there is on the oil gravel workers line, which is specifically told to go this way. I think it's bugged. I genuinely think it's bugged. Right, electronics, no alcohol here. Why do we have no alcohol? Maybe what? The top right intersection is bugging out. Which one? This one? Where is meat used exactly? Do we sell that in the shops? Oil, bitumen, plastic. Because I didn't see it listed. Oh, there it is. Cold storage. Yeah. Alright, so we'll grab meat as well. We should send out the refrigeration truck, which I think is that one. There we go. So we've got alcohol. Weirdly enough, we don't have any clothes. I'm not really sure why. I would have thought it would get closed naturally as part of what's going on here. It's loading clothes from the warehouse up here. So why doesn't it unload into that? Oh, there, we've got some now. Right, so I think what we can do now is tell this thing to stop buying manual purchase. So that should stop it from buying things, shouldn't it? Clear all. And the same with the pub. As long as the pub's on the distribution list, which I think it is. Yep, the pub is. Tell the pub, stop buying. You need cold storage for meat? I thought we had one here. Does it not store it here? Is that a separate building? Yay, separate building hype. Construction is not assigned to a construction office. Why not? Shops have cold storage, so I don't need one then. They've got their own storage area. However, we've got nowhere to buffer it. But since they're on the list of destinations, I think it should send a refrigerated truck out to the border and load it, right? Really, Eric? Workers on mechanism. Well, the alcohol's flowing there. They got 5 tons of it down at the pub. They've got a little bit of meat there. It's on $6,000. Let's see what it comes down to after we've supplied it with gravel. I did buy one, Costello, yeah. I bought a refrigeration truck. Is it that one? Oh, hang on. I'm sure I bought one. It's one of these. 706, that one. Is that it? That's an open hole. That one. 706 refrigeration. I definitely have one. You should be able to filter by type here. Concrete or asphalt, let's buy it. Right, so that should load it up to 30%. $54 unemployed workers. Right, what's the loan state? Blimey. Right, got rid of one loan. We still owe 164,000 rubles. Hey, Langeveld. Your pub has about 12,000 pints of beer. I know. This is a proper Russian pub. 4 tons of alcohol. Lots of vodka. Lots of beer. If nothing else in this town, you can get absolutely hammered. Yeah, well, you've got your monthly payments as well, Simon, don't forget. So last month, we did 33,000 rubles in clothing, 24,000 in power in rubles, 20,000 in oil. So 78,000 ruble export plus $28,000. That's what we did last month. Imported. Well, we bought in the alcohol and fabrics and electronics. Which is fine. Bought in a little bit of asphalt. It's fine. Tourism. Tourists intended to enter Republic. Wait, how do we... Wait a minute. How do we get this working? How do we get tourism going? Because it sounds like something that might make us some money. I'm not really sure how it works. But it sounds like there's 500 people who wanted to come here, but were unable. But we have to get a hotel. Is that what we do? And what does it do for us? Is it gonna bring us money? Ethan, thank you for 27 months. Fat Cowboy, thank you for 70. Tourism. Hotels. Spend money on site. You also need some kind of attraction as well. Right. So we need, like, one of these things. It kind of sounds like something not worth doing until you've got your own concrete and asphalt. Otherwise, it's going to be so expensive to make, it'll probably take years to get the money back. So we'll skip that for now. Focus on the job at hand, which is building an oil refinery. That's what we really want to do. When we do it, we'll have to be very careful about the oil supply. Okay. So that pump there is supplying our main power generation and heating plant. That takes a feed from here. That also takes a load from there. So maybe the thing to do is convert this tank. So this tank, which loads that tank, burns excess oil off to sell as dollars. What we could do is set that. We could take a feed from this, which is still the main input to that lot, but then prioritize that way, and then to the right, and then to the left. So what would then happen is it would ensure that we can heat ourselves and generate power to survive. Secondary, it would sell off bitumen and fuel, and finally, if there was still excess, it would burn it as power to go to NATO. Because I suspect we'll make more money from bitumen. I think once it happens, I think that power supply will become redundant, really. But I think that's probably the right place to do it. And then it's also got a main tank storage, which is priority filling. You found hat in the files, as if you've actually found the WAV file, building monument.wav. No way. So we could literally... Right. Can one of the mods chuck that in memos? What Tepajara posted there? I'll find the WAV file and we'll make it into a bit thing. It's gonna happen. So gotta have that as a delivery sound. Yeah, so what I think we can do is take a feed from here. I think we're going to need a separate bus stop for the oil refinery workers. The problem is that we'll have to build residential buildings and bring a lot of people in. I think a refinery takes 500 people or something stupid. Yeah, 500 workers. So that's 1,500 people that we currently don't have. So we're going to need 3 big buildings, which costs a fortune. Like 3 of... Where's the big one? That. That's a lot of stuff. 3 of those, plus an oil refinery. And then on top of that, you need a shipping port with a loading area, and then a depot, and then ships. That's a significant investment. And then we have to be able to make the loan payments until all of that kicks in. Dear me. Plus storage, yeah. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. We need to borrow so much money in order to make the money that we'll probably go bankrupt. Well, yeah, then we need extra heating, so... I don't know. I don't really know what the solution is. We need a lot of money to invest. We try the hybrid refinery mod, scales everything but the power down to a 5th. Oh, so it's like a mini oil refinery. Yeah, it's definitely one of those mods that is, depending on your viewpoint, either makes it easier or is actually, you know, the main refinery is just so much of an investment that it's ridiculous. So it kind of solves the problem. Okay, you can't office start working on this project. It's the only way you can save money. To get my con office to work, I need to start making my own concrete. And we saw yesterday, it takes a lot of money to make concrete. Also has 2 variants that either do fuel or... What? Wait, what? It does fuel or bitumen? Because the main refinery does both. The problem is, when you're playing on hard difficulty, you don't have the cash to invest. Let's have a look in the workshop. Right, there's a small refinery. Let's see what it says. Maximum work is 50. Oil consumption 10 tons a day. Produces fuel 5 tons per day and bitumen 3 tons per day. No heating requirement. So there's a small refinery mod, which would be rather nice to have. With concrete and asphalt, you can build the end factories first and use auto magic imports and save money. So that's the small refinery mod, and then there's another one called Hybrid. A mid-sized refinery that comes in 3 versions, employs 100 workers each. Hybrid fuel and bitumen, fuel only or bitumen only. So then you've got a small and a medium refinery. No, you don't see it.